Really?
Welcome to Higher Education Podcast, you see?
Welcome, you see?
Welcome, you see?
Do we sound like, guys from the 20s or the 40s in black and white film? On
Karen,
TV?
you see?
Karen, you see?
If you go out with him again, you see? It'll be your day of reckoning, you see?
Why is she formally going out with somebody? If you go out with him again, you see?
And maybe they're just friends, but I don't trust them.
You're right. Whoever this guy is, I'm going to name him Hector.
Hector, you see? Hector or Bobby, you see?
Toxic Hector.
Where have I heard that before?
What?
The you see?
You see?
You see?
You might have heard it in some kind of lo-fi song. No, but probably, I don't know, in some parody of something from the 20s or whatever that age is, where people just said you see all the time.
In some kind of black and white movie.
Yeah.
You see? How come all of those lo-fi music songs are like that, though?
Yeah. It's like... Why doesn't my dad love me?
For real, though. Why don't you love me? You'll never see him again, you see?
Exactly. And then it just goes back to... And honestly, it helps me study. It keeps me in the zone. Whatever the fucking... I don't know how it works, but it does keep me in the zone.
The 50-year-old man yelling at me keeps me going.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't you love math?
It's the secondhand abuse. Why don't you love math? So what are we talking about today?
What episode are we on?
Yeah, what episode are we on? More importantly, good
I'm
thought.
Jonas.
And I'm Valentine.
What episode are we on?
I think we're on 23. Correct us if we're wrong. I just gave you a little Dora pause right there, but I think we're on
23.
I think
or
so.
24.
That's how you know we have so many episodes on
that you can all listen
putting in
to.
Work.
No, yeah, I think 23. Let's say 23. Let's go with 23.
Okay.
If we're wrong, we're wrong, but I think it's 23.
I think so too. But all right, so today's topic is like it's all over the place because I talked a little bit to Jonas about what he looked up, and for what I looked up, it ranges from a lot of things.
Yeah, but overall, it's about traditions, rituals,
practices. For me, it's like weird practices, remedy methods, stuff like that.
Yeah, just weird things that people do.
Yeah.
To heal
In common
or
practice.
or something that they do that it's like traditionally known to do. Something that they do constantly, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So,
fuck, I want to think of something I do constantly. That's kind of weird. Do you have something?
Do you like to pick your ears?
Oh my god. Don't get me started. I love Q-tipping.
Not just Q-tipping,
Or cotton
anything,
swabbing.
dude. I can put anything in my ear and it feels good.
I've never tried that. I've never ventured beyond the Q-tip, but it
Have
sounds
you done
enticing.
Your finger?
Huh?
Your finger?
My finger?
Yeah.
I can't do it right now. I was going to try to do it right now with my pinky. I haven't tried my finger. Maybe I have, but I haven't consciously thought about it. It might be good, but nothing feels just as right as that Q-tip.
Yeah, that
my
Q-tip
God.
is good.
Fresh out of a shower.
Dude, you know...
And honestly, I'm just going to be up front right now with everybody. When you get a good cleaning on the Q-tip, that's how you know you put in work. I feel satisfied as fuck when I get a good cleaning done.
Here, okay, I'm going to give you something you need to try.
What?
That brown bottle, what is it called? Of like alcohol?
Hydrogen
peroxide.
Yeah, hydrogen peroxide.
Get a bottle of hydrogen peroxide.
Uh-huh.
Pour a little bit in your ear. It will start to fizz and break down the earwax, and then you grab a Q-tip and suck it all up.
So there's more to it than I know about?
Yeah, you can get it real deep in there.
I'm going to clear my Tuesday. I'm going to clear my Tuesday. Fuck. I've never used hydrogen peroxide.
Dude, my mom would use it so often for
Really?
me, like
Yeah.
when I'm cleaning myself.
I only use that isopropyl.
Cleaning myself. I didn't mean cleaning myself.
Like it was a daily thing.
No, it was for when I got like cuts and shit, which kind of was daily because I was outside
Oh yeah,
hurting myself every fucking day.
I can see that. Jonas, he injures himself in some way, shape, or form every day.
Yeah, probably.
Every day.
I hit my head so often.
Yeah, and I think it's more often now like that he'll get like some kind of intrusion on his body with having a cat.
Yeah,
just wake up.
Dude, my arms are scarred.
Jonas sleeps naked, I think, somewhat. Yeah, so
he doesn't think he knows. He's seen me.
Yeah, I've seen him. No, actually, I've never seen Jonas fully naked, and I've lived with this guy for quite a while.
And a lot of people have seen me fully naked
Yeah.
because when I get drunk, I get naked.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen his backside a bunch of times. I've never
My
seen his
butt?
front side. Yeah, he mooned this whole.
I've sent
crowd.
you a picture of my butt.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. He sent the whole group chat. But do you have like a wiki corner on any of this?
I have a game that I'm gonna play.
Oh yeah, I want to play a game.
It's kind of left field as shit. But
ready
first, I'm
for
gonna
that.
chug this beer.
I like that. Let me finish what I have left too. Random beer drinking.
I don't like Bud Light. So, I made up traditions or things that all people do at some point of their lives.
All right. Oh wait. So is this a game for me?
Yeah.
I like it. Let's
So,
do it.
So I made all these up. Well, they're things that you've probably gone through, I've gone through, everyone's probably gone through. Mm-hmm. What you need to do is give a name to the tradition.
Like just
name
title it?
Yeah, title it.
I want to think that I'm good with this, but let's go. I'm ready. You haven't even chugged the whole thing. There you
Because
go.
Bud Light tastes like piss.
There you go. A sponsor out of the books for us. Sorry, Bud Light. Modelo hit us up, though.
Okay, so for the first one. Peeing the bed until you're 12.
Peeing the bed until I'm 12.
What's a good name for that tradition?
Can you think of a synonym for adolescence that starts with an S, kind of? Or just teenagers, or just preteens, or just kids?
Sinful.
Sinful soilers. I knew I was going to come up with a good one. Yes.
Measuring your ding dong.
Measuring your ding dong? Like, how often? Is that
That's a tradition. At some point of your life, you're measuring your penis.
So I imagine that'd be a recurring
You've
thing.
never measured your penis?
I've tried with the new iOS.
Oh, dude, I tried it with that too. Okay, no, but you never done it with like a ruler?
No, I've never done it with a ruler. I've never marked it or anything like that. I feel like everyone has gone through that point, but I've never really put a ruler. It's because I never have a ruler on hand. But no, I really never tried using anything for reference to measure.
When you measured it though, did you go from like the most visible point?
We're
and
talking
to your
about dick
penis?
measuring right now. Huh?
Did you go from like the most visible point to like the end of your penis?
I got this from a TV show. It's whatever girth means. It starts from the girth.
Wait, girth is like how much around it is, no?
That I'm not educated in this field, but I think it starts from wherever. You don't count your balls. That's what I'm going to say.
What I do is I push the ruler in all the way just to get as much of like that extra inch.
I don't even know where he's pushing his ruler. What the?
Like you push it in all into it so that.
For those who have imagery problems, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
I agree. I think so. I think that's how
you have to
measure
you get the
penis.
whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's part of your penis.
I've never done that. I've done non-invasive iOS measuring from AR reality, augmented reality. I think that's what it is. But how did we get to that? What were we talking about?
Yeah, what's the tradition for measuring your ding dong?
Let's see. Dong delight.
Dong delight.
I couldn't think of a better word other than delight, but dong delight.
Imagine your kid measuring his penis. You walk in, you see him, you're like, dong delight.
Fucking dong delight. Are you celebrating it without letting me know?
We supposed to celebrate this together.
Son, why did you lock your door during dong delight? I was supposed to walk in on you.
Sounds like Hanukkah.
Dong delight sounds so funny.
Passive aggressively telling your roommate to clean up his dishes. That's something everyone goes through at some point in their life.
I feel like it. What's a dish soap brand?
Dawn.
It just dawned on me. Wash your fucking dishes. This is a long one.
That's the whole thing. It just dawned on me. Wash your fucking dishes.
Yeah, that's it.
How are they gonna put that on a calendar? Is it if it was a holiday?
It's gonna be in Comic Sans 10-point font. That's what it is.
Your uncle getting too drunk during Thanksgiving.
I always feel like it's the uncle.
It's that one crazy uncle who's not married.
Uncle Ruckus has started a ruckus.
Dude, these are getting longer and longer.
Yeah, I'm really making long ones, like they're Geronimo Stilton or some shit.
Peeing in the dark so you don't hurt your eyes.
Oh my god. Sleep savers. I do this all the time. I pee.
I feel like you call it that in your head.
No, yeah. I like when I'm trying, especially when I'm trying to like re-enter a dream that I just woke up from. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. I believe like it's my tradition, or it's just my belief that your eye boogers hold the secrets to your dreams. So as long as you keep the eye boogers placed and you don't fuck with that shit, your dreams are gonna be resumed once you go back into your place. But just pee whenever you want, but make it quick. Make it quick. Go back to your dream. No, it happened to me at least 3 times.
1 second.
Okay.
You just said
what?
Your eye boogers hold the secrets to your dream.
I'm sorry for being a little too poetic about it, but it's a thing.
Dude,
it's a thing. It's my theory. It should be tested, to be honest.
Sleep savers.
Sleep savers.
I don't really get eye boogers.
Yeah. How does that form? Why does that form?
Yeah, how is...
That's too much work to look up right now.
I don't really...
Listeners, please inform us on that.
Ejaculating early.
However you spell that. Yep.
That's how you sound when you ejaculate? What's your cum noise?
I'm not going to disclose that. To be honest, I don't need to make a noise, I think. I don't need to be like... There's certain... I've watched footage. I watched media.
Of yourself ejaculating?
No, not of me. Of just other people. Just porn, if you will.
Did you ever nuts so good?
Yeah.
That, like, your whole body fucking, like...
Just... No, yeah. Everyone's had that. Everyone's had that out-of-body experience cum sesh, I guess.
I don't think I really make a sound. I think I'm more go like...
Yeah.
You know?
I don't...
Like, it's a lot of heavy breathing, I think. Like...
When I first came, I thought that my dick, like, was broken. I was like, wait, this isn't blood. But I felt like I was bleeding. Like, I had to go into the bathroom to check.
Because... Did you start, like, masturbating before you...
I wasn't even masturbating, I think. I was just, like, fidgeting. And I was like, oh
how'd you come so easily?
It's my first time, I think. It was my first time I can...
So it was before you ever masturbated before?
Yeah. Before I even know what that was.
Because, dude, I would masturbate and I wouldn't come. Mm-hmm. And then the first time it happened, I'm like, yo, I just made a fucking mess.
We're getting super personal right now. Yo, I made a fucking mess. For me, I was in, like, pitch black darkness. I was in my room and, like, on my bed. And then I was just, like, fidgeting around. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what is this sensation right here? And I thought I was bleeding, legit. So I went to the bathroom. And I was like, wait, this is not blood. This does not look like blood. Is my dick dying? What is going on? And I never figured it out, I feel like, for a long time. Like, I feel like I blurred that part of my childhood out. Like, it was around 12, 13, so...
So, talking about premature ejaculation, Valentine was barely even touching his penis, and he came.
Did you know about masturbation from an early age?
I think so.
I think I learned that in middle school.
I learned because I was, like, washing my dick in the bathroom, and then it was like, ooh, that feels good, and then I just kept going. And then I had friends, and, like, a lot of my friends were older, so they all were jacking off constantly. So I was like, ooh, let me join the hype.
Oh, my God. This reminds me of South Park or something. Just... exposing kids at an early age to all these things that they shouldn't be exposed to.
I mean, fuck, let them masturbate.
Yeah, fuck. But do you think... Alright, this is not off topic, but kind of off topic. But do you think, like, kids nowadays are more exposed to things that are inappropriate or, say, American Pie-esque at an earlier age?
It's not like we weren't exposed to that.
No, we weren't. I feel like we were exposed at an early age compared to our parents. So it just gets even earlier and earlier. Imagine, like, fucking toddlers getting exposed to this shit.
Yeah, because, I mean, they have YouTube. They can see all this shit.
That's true.
They have Google.
I don't know how fucking early it is
There's
nowadays.
so many kids out there that have fucking tablets and shit.
There's kids nowadays, like, fucking following people like Jake Paul. And, like,
yeah.
I'm like, what do these guys do? Like, they're fucking probably snorting coke and shit like that, and they're following them.
And they have a bunch of 8-year-old girls being like, oh my god, this blonde boy is so hot.
He's a maverick. Caw. Whatever that fucking means.
But we were exposed to that shit too, because
we had more wholesome content.
Dude, I'd wake up I was like 8 years old, and I'd wake up every morning and watch Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah. Okay, but there was a filter for me. I knew when I was in Robot Chicken mode and when to keep it out of Robot Chicken mode. And I didn't incorporate Robot Chicken mode outside of watching Robot Chicken. Like,
well, that means because you were a good kid.
Maybe.
And I feel like there's still good kids out there. Just some of them are dumb.
Yeah.
And I mean, all kids are dumb because they haven't learned shit. But some have like a little better of a head on their shoulders, or they. One thing that Lucas always tells me, my nephew, he goes, he's 6, and he goes,
"Damn, he's 6."
Yeah,
now.
I know all the bad words. I just know when I can't say them.
And that to me is just pure genius being uttered out of his mouth now.
That's just knowing when to act. How did that make sense? Maybe not.
When to act? How? No, I know what you meant exactly.
All right, meeting your girlfriend or boyfriend's parents for the first time.
Meet the Fockers. I copyrighted that, but I really want to watch that movie again. Meet the Fockers. I think I watched one of them with you, one of the sequels. That's a good trilogy.
No, when I was watching Uncut Gems, there was one point where someone yelled at Adam Sandler and was like, "Hey, fucker!" And I'm like, wrong movie.
Because he pronounced it Focker.
Because they're all Jewish.
Oh, okay.
They're Jewish.
Is Adam Sandler Jewish?
Adam Sandler's Jewish.
Adam Sandler's Jewish. Is he Italian? He seems Italian.
Sandler.
He comes off as New York, for sure. But Jewish, I can see. I don't know if he's Italian, though.
Why does Adam Sandler talk like this? Like, hey, how you doing?
You know what? He has that certain sneer, that smile that you can kind of identify. There was like a picture of, I can't bring it up right now because there's no way for me to look this up. There's a picture of a dog with almost human-like eyes, like a little too human-like eyes. Mm-hmm. And everybody in like the comment section or whatever this was posted on was like, I don't trust this dog.
It's like, true, because like, certain features will just like bug you out.
Yeah, and then they Photoshop a fucking smile on it, like a half smile, like a smirk almost, showing teeth a little bit. And I just instantly knew that was Adam Sandler's smile. And I was like, were those Adam Sandler's eyes in the first place or something like that? Like,
that's so funny.
You can't trust Adam
There's
Sandler.
Certain, like things you can pick out from each person.
Yeah, no. I would win those quizzes where they just fucking mix and match all the facial features of the celebrities.
I've never done one of those quizzes.
I'll ace that shit. Bring it on.
Going to your first job and you forgot your pants.
How the fuck do you forget your pants? Pant patrol off duty. I don't know how my brain's working right now, but it's pant patrol off duty.
Pant patrol off duty. All right, how about hiding your boner when walking from one class to another?
Dude, story of my fucking life. That's not the title. That's not the title.
That should be the title.
I'm just gonna say how I'm gonna customize it to my own style, and I'm just gonna label it one word, and it's called textbooks.
Textbooks.
Because I covered my boners with textbooks.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this. So if you're a long-time listener, you know.
And if you're not, listen to all our other episodes.
We got some good content.
What you doing?
Watch this evolve. Because we've evolved, buddy.
We've evolved.
We have. Yes, sir. Okay. What was
I would call it hidden weapon.
We need your turn to be in this. Hidden weapon was fucking good. What the fuck? We need 2 turns. What's the next one?
This is the last one.
Okay.
Busting your first nut. We already talked about this.
My dick fell off. That was a reference to a Vine. Shout out 2014 or whatever. Whenever it came out.
Explosive glory.
Explosive glory. That positive connotation with glory in there.
Yeah.
I like that game. That was a fun game. That was a fun game.
I like just making up titles for shit.
That was a journey.
Alright, that's all I got. Right. I don't really have a wiki corner. I decided just to play a game.
Alrighty. Alright, let me get into my first topic. Alright, so I'm gonna section this stuff off. So for my first little sectionnaire, it's basically a bunch of just weird medical practices, weird just like procedures that people used to do to treat things that it's probably not done today. Mm-hmm. Basically. And I'm going to start off with my first one, and that one is titled urine therapy.
The fuck? When your urine is sad.
If you think urine is waste, the truth is we've been wasting it ourselves.
Is this a thing where people drink their own pee?
One of it is. One of the...
Because I was watching this not documentary, it was a video where they interviewed a flat earther, and the flat earther's like, why would you throw away your pee if you eat only good food?
You're wasting away your waste.
No, he goes, if you're eating only good food, then only thing that can come out of you is good.
Goodness.
So you just put it back inside your body.
Oh, wait, now I want to bring up a fact because you just brought that up. It was a little out of the space fact, but urine therapy advocates and it points out that your wastewater, aka your pee, is more water than just waste or any kind of those byproducts that you produce. 95%, in fact, contains many nutrients in your body that your body needs. So for you to drink it again is just supplementing yourself. Like you.
So it's good.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna believe that as a fact. You're looking at beer. That's not pee. It looks like pee.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It looks like
You're
a healthy.
talking to me about pee.
Your Bud Light looks like a healthy kind of pee, kind of.
Yeah, this is the type of pee that I'd give to the drug test people.
So yeah, quick reference: if your pee looks like Bud Light, you're on a good track. But
isn't it the whiter your pee, the more healthy it is?
So yeah, another thing: if your pee's too dark, this is from my own personal knowledge. If your pee's too dark, you're dehydrated. So drink more water. Mm-hmm. Especially drink more water. Don't drink too much water to where your pee's just clear, because you kind of want some humanness to yourself.
Yeah.
So just drink more water. The clearer it is, the better. Just not too clear. All right, so urine therapy. It often involves your own pee. Mm-hmm. It has to. I would, if any kind of urine therapy was to be performed on me, I would want my own piss.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone else's pee. I wouldn't know where that pee's been.
So it's been used as a curative in both the medical and cosmetic world in different cultures for a while, for a long time throughout history. For example, Romans, people during the Renaissance period, China, France. And its uses, there's a list of a handful that I picked out from, and I ordered it from least gross to most gross. So it's used to treat stuff like broken bones, skin protection, acne, teeth whitening. That's where it gets gross.
It's been gross.
Yeah,
acne.
It's going. Oh yeah, acne. But teeth whitening, that means it goes into your mouth.
Yeah, but I mean, with acne, it's going on your face.
It's going on your face, but going into your mouth.
I guess
that's a step up. Is it not?
I mean, yeah, it is, but still, either way, I'm grossed out.
All of this I agree would be gross, but another step up from teeth whitening would be strep throat, which I would imagine being you have to ingest this kind of.
Yeah, you have to drink it.
Yeah, you might have to drink it, because how else the fuck are you gonna treat strep throat?
Ew.
Sometimes you ingest this directly. Other times it's made into a thing called a poultice, which I looked up, which meant it's a soft, moist, just clump of something. So imagine just soil, some brown shit on you, like a big mass on, say, a wound on your leg or something like that. You just put a clump of dirt on your leg, but this one involves urine.
Ew.
So that's what is used as a poultice to treat just soreness, aches in your body parts, your ligaments, stuff like that.
Yo, just go get some Bengay. The fuck are you
just
doing?
Go get some Bengay. This is probably before the times of Bengay. Bengay saves lives. And in China, this one's gross. In China, I'm gonna pull a quote, and it says, "We lose teeth regularly due to accidents or diseases. An ideal solution to this problem is to regenerate teeth with patient's own cells." So you're gonna involve piss to regenerate teeth.
Yo, they got me fucked up. There's no way the teeth aren't gonna come back. If you rub piss in your gum, the teeth are not gonna come back.
Here we describe the generation of tooth-like structures from urine.
You're just telling me.
I'm not going further with that.
I'm just gonna get more cavities. That's all that's gonna tell me.
Maybe no. Honestly, you might have more success gaining cavities than another tooth from where your tooth fell out.
So what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I have a tooth missing right now.
Yeah.
If I were to get my pee and rub a little bit on it every day,
There's probably more
a
steps
new
to
one's
it.
gonna grow.
There's probably more levels to it. But maybe you can't rule that out. But okay, I'm gonna go to the next one, and that one's called Children's Soothing Syrups. Sounds harmless. So
Yeah,
far.
it sounds nice. It sounds delicious. Kind of.
So I mean, we've all experienced like a baby or a toddler, that child that's like rowdy and just fucking annoying, and it's like all over the place, and we need to calm them down every once in a while.
My cat.
Yeah, a cat, even a cat baby, or like as AKA kitty. Maybe they're really young and they're in their teething stage, because when you're teething, you tend to get like antsy and shit like that.
Wait, are we still? Is this still gonna have to do with pee?
No, this is
okay, because we're getting into like pee with children.
We're going away from pee now, guys. Don't worry about pee, but still be worried. So to treat like the kids that are acting up, the babies that are acting up, there's soothing syrups. AKA, there's one that's really popular that was in circulation, which was called Mrs. Winslow Soothing Syrup, which sounds like, Aunt Jemima, some kind of brand, something like that. It was designed to calm and relax whoever or whatever got their hands on it, basically. And it better have, because what you had just given to your child, which was Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup, it contained like a deadly cocktail of morphine, cannabis, heroin, powdered opium, alcohol.
Yo, these kids are having a good ass time.
Babies.
Oh, babies.
Babies.
Not even
toddlers.
kids.
And, even kids, but babies especially. Like, this is what it was marketed towards.
Yo.
This shit was marketed in like North America and in the United Kingdom during the 19th and early 20th century. And it was marketed mainly as like a baby cure-all. Like a medicine for fussy babies, simply.
See, here's the fucking thing, dude. People say right now, like, oh, kids are so fucking into drugs.
Yeah,
like
kids are drooling nowadays.
Kids are going crazy. Literally, we were giving kids opium.
Adult parents were giving kids opium mixed with morphine and cannabis and fucking cocaine and all the shit you can think of. Bath salts to calm them down because they were being annoying.
These kids were on the Steve-O diet.
They legit were. And this was like all known. I think actually, no, okay, I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt and think that there wasn't like a protocol for labeling all the active ingredients and stuff like that during this time.
FDA wasn't around.
But yeah, fuck, babies were dying by the numbers.
Really?
Kids were dying by the numbers because of this shit. And parents didn't attribute that to like the coughing syrup or whatever the syrup was. They didn't think that was the case.
Yeah.
For what was killing their kids. But little did they know it had all these fucking active ingredients.
Dude, that's so fucked.
So I'm gonna go on.
Yo, I could see the parents like, a little bit for you, a
little bit for me, though. A little bit for me. If they only knew, though. I'm gonna go on to a little more tamer subject for the next one, and this one's called heroin for coughs.
Sounds legit.
So as we all
Sign
know,
me up.
You signed me up too. As we all know, heroin's not good for us. The drug that I'm talking about.
The understatement.
Yeah, it's an understatement. It's good.
Heroin can kill us.
Yeah, like the only good that it can provide is like a steady source of income for those who are supplying it, maybe. And other than that, everybody else is gonna be fucked.
Steady source of income until your customer dies.
Yeah, until your customer dies or until you get fucking
caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, there was heroin basically that was marketed as something that you can take for simple coughs and wheezes, while at the same time being labeled as non-addictive. Which isn't the case, because once you inject that shit, once you inhale that shit, or any kind of means,
heroin's addictive.
You're gonna hop onto heroin. So,
you think there's any way you can just try heroin and not get addicted? What do you think heroin feels like? I
don't think so. Heroin, I'm gonna base my assumptions off of what I've seen people like in Breaking Bad, for example.
I was thinking Breaking Bad too,
Jesse
when that girl
taking
died.
his first hit of heroin and just fucking looking at the ceiling and shit, just falling over on his bed. Probably seeing other types of euphorism.
I feel like it feels
that.
like Jesus.
It feels like Jesus. Whatever
feels
that
like
means.
Jesus.
Feels like Jesus. Heroin.
You know, you
Feels
feel
like Jesus.
What did they say?
You know? You say?
You see, it feels like Jesus. You see.
So, Bayer, or Bayer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a German pharmaceutical company. That's still up and running, by the way. That's successful. Bayer, yeah.
I could see the logo in my head.
At the end of the 19th and early 20th century, Bayer had came up with this basically heroin to treat mild coughs and stuff like that. So just I don't know how long that fucking lasted for,
dude.
But
it's ridiculous. It lasted for more than a day.
It's ridiculous that it even went into production and it went into fruition. Basically.
I wish I was there in that board meeting.
Yeah, like
you know that drug heroin. Let's give it to kids.
Let's give it to kids. You see?
You see that drug heroin?
Got a cough? Take some heroin. You see, my dear.
My dear, you just need some heroin. You see? We've been doing that for the past 2 hours. We have not stopped.
No, we haven't. It's fun. It's not gonna
get
old.
It's fun, you see.
You got something in your throat, you see? Let me get something out of my purse, you see?
Put up a little bit of urine, you see, and then some heroin, you see.
But yeah, that's basically it for just a weird. That's only my first part. I'm gonna get into it a little bit again a little later for weird practices and remedies used to treat certain ailments.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I only like some of it.
I mean, yeah, I don't like it as something that they do, but I like knowing. That,
I like just knowing that people fucking went through it.
You know what I like?
What?
I feel like a big view of this world, dude. You just spilled so heavy.
Wow. Hopefully that's not gonna be on.
Oh, it's going to be
on. Now you know how fucking intoxicated I am. But what? What are you gonna say? Do you have something?
I think like we're really big on saying that the world's fucked up right now, which to a certain extent, the world is kind of fucked up right now. But I feel like it's been more fucked up before.
To be honest, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, like we used to give heroin to children for fun.
There used to be cocaine and fucking Coca-Cola.
There used to be cocaine and Coca-Cola.
Let's just keep it at that.
We sent opium to the Chinese so that they could get addicted to it.
I need to brush up on some of that history. I'm really fascinated about that, but
like
we're kind of fucked up.
I mean, we're fucked up now. Yeah. Like there's some shit that's going on. Mm-hmm. But I feel like we're at least. I want to say our generation, which I may be wrong. I may be biased, but I feel like our generation's kind of got a good head on their shoulders.
Or compared to
generations of the past.
Yeah. Because, you know, you can't be perfect. Name a perfect generation. The Renaissance, they probably did some fucked up shit.
But, I mean, we have our faults, too, because we're accepting, but I feel like we're a little too accepting.
Okay, yeah.
A little too PC, if you know what I mean. You know, like, we need to loosen up a little bit. We're, like, very tight asses.
To get to equilibrium.
Yeah, we have to get to the middle. We have to loosen up a little bit, but still keep our ideals.
I see you.
Would you let someone pee on you?
How did you get to that point?
Would you let someone talking about pee earlier?
I don't know. If it was true love, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. If it was someone I loved,
I don't think initially like once that first splash gets onto me, I'm gonna be like, ooh. I'm gonna get the shudders. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this is a magical experience. This is not something I'm asking for.
You know, it's kind of different when you're like turned on, though.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the mood.
Are you saying like there's a horny brain and there's the regular?
Yeah,
brain?
We've talked about post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity, Lil Wayne. For those who don't know, as soon as I come to my senses.
Dude, I don't know how many times you said that to me.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good of a line.
So I mean, I feel like in the midst of action. Peeing on me? Sure. There's a bunch of juices flying. Why not keep it
There's
going?
a bunch of juices.
Like, it's not something I'm going to ask for.
Oh, no, we're going to demonetize.
This isn't something I'm going to ask for.
Uh-huh.
but it's something I'd be willing to do. But shit, no.
Oh,
Get shit out of here.
no, that's a no-fly zone for me.
Like, if you were to tell me, like, okay, let's say like you and me, we're getting it on, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going ham, and then you turn to me, like I'm hitting you from behind, and you turn from me, and you're
Like last night.
Yeah, like last night, and then you turn on me and you go, shit on me, or you go,
That devilish voice, shit on me.
no, you go, let me shit on your dick. My shit's going down.
We are borderline kink shaming right now. I feel like this is a kink.
I mean, yo, if you and your partner are all into it, do it. You know,
Behind closed doors, all for it.
all I'm saying is it ain't gonna fly with me.
If he's involved.
The fucking
my
tangent
God.
I just went on.
Yeah. What's your first topic? What are you getting into?
So I did rituals from frats.
Rituals from frats. All right, I'm ready.
So I've never been in a frat.
I thought about it. I was close.
Really?
I think during like freshman orientation of my like undergrad career that I'm currently in, I signed up to go to one of like the mixers or whatever, like to get shuttled there basically, like 2 weeks after, or I don't know, however long after my orientation. So I was low key committed, not really. And then after that, I just never showed up. I just never went after school started. So I was almost a frat boy.
I told this story to my friend Jacob at work, and he's the one that kind of helped me like think of frat rituals as a topic.
Okay.
But I told him the story of how frat guy came to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got hit on by a frat guy pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought
So-
you got like recruited.
During my orientation, I sneaked off to go skate. And I was skating by the bell tower, like in our school, in one area. And this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, what up?" You know how frat guys talk, you know.
Yo, what up?
Yo, dude, what's good, man?
What's
How's it
Gucci
going?"
with it?
Yo, what's good? They sound like if they're like 50-year-old men trying to like get cool with the kids.
What's the haps?
What's the haps? What's going on, fellow kids?
My
So-
brethren.
You see? What's going on, you see?
Okay.
What's Gucci, you see?
What's Gucci, you see?
So this guy comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, what's good, dude? You skateboard?" I'm like,
Sussed out.
I have a skateboard right now. Like, and he goes, "Dude, let's skate tomorrow. I'm part of this frat, and maybe if we skate, we see if you're cool, we can hang out."
Did this guy skate at all? Like, could he even fucking do a kickflip?
I thought at that point he did because he was telling me, "Hey, let's skate." So I was like, "Sure." He gets my number, and he goes, "Let's meet tomorrow at the bell tower, like 3 p.m." I go, "Okay." I show up at the bell tower. I was there at like 2:30. I eventually see him riding up. He had a motherfucking longboard under him.
Wait, how do you sesh with a longboard?
Or you don't sesh with a longboard.
You only commute.
So as I see him riding up, I skate away. And this dude starts texting me like,
I mean, you can sesh with a penny board, I guess, but you can't sesh with a longboard. It's a means of transportation.
so this dude keeps texting me like, "Yo,
I've never seen someone do
What's
tricks.
dude, I've seen some tricks on a longboard.
On longboards?
People hit stairs on longboards.
I might have
sometimes.
not researched enough, but fuck, dude, I'm interested.
No, yeah. So then this dude was like, "Dude, where are you? Why aren't you here?" I just stopped replying to him, and then every once in a while he would text me like, "Yo, there's a party tonight. Come to the mixer."
You ghosted this dude.
Yeah. So that was my experience with a frat.
He was hitting on you.
Yeah. I mean, he was cute. I
The
would've
one
gotten
that got
it.
away.
Yeah. So in 1990, this frat called Sigma Nu, they
The
beat
worst.
one of their pledges with a hammer and a paddle before setting him on fire during hazing.
They beat him with a hammer before setting him on
And a
fire.
paddle.
And a paddle. Like
Yeah.
what? Like a ping pong paddle? Oh, like a
Like
spanking
a-
paddle?
Mhm.
I feel like, alright, this is just a means of an outlet for you to get out your frustrations. How the fuck is that hazing?
It's dumb. And you know what's
That's
crazy?
not even a challenge.
You know John Hamm?
I don't know who John Hamm is.
John Hamm, he's a
John
movie
Baloney?
star. What's he in? I know who he is. I don't know what he's in.
I know a guy with the last name Bacon, but I don't Kevin Bacon. I don't know John Hamm. Who are these fucking?
Well, John Hamm was one of the dudes beating him with the paddle, and he got away with it because he's a famous ass bitch.
Fucking John Hamm, dude. I wish I knew about you.
Now another fraternity, Phi Alpha, they would pour boiling water filled with pepper spray and crab seasoning with cayenne peppers. They would pour it down the back of their pledges.
I feel like the most dangerous like ingredients and whatever was just involved in that was boiling water and cayenne pepper.
And pepper spray.
Pepper spray especially, but boiling water, you don't fuck with any of those ingredients alone.
Honestly.
What?
And their pledges would have like second and third degree burns down their back, their asses, and their balls and their gooch.
Like, all right, I want to think we can come to an agreement for just frats all across the world. If nothing's gonna leave a scar on you, anything permanent, then it's hazing. If you're gonna be fucking living and seeing reminders of what you had to go through for 2 days, maybe a week, don't fucking do it.
And you might not even be living afterwards.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
To my next point.
3rd degree burns.
5 frat dudes made one of their pledges carry a 20-pound sandbag as they just kept ramming him like football players. As
like
he tried,
just tackling him?
Yeah, as he tried to just like run. Died from a brain injury.
Fuck. Well, I hopefully, criminal charges were brought upon
yeah, definitely.
these guys.
They were all put.
A lot of those happen. I've touched upon all those stories on the news, but good. Justice.
This other frat forced their kids or their pledges to drink water consistently. The opposite of what a fucking frat should do.
Sounds good so far. Water consistently, but not too much.
There was too much water.
Too much water, that's where you go wrong.
The brain swelled up, and he died.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a joke. I was going to make a joke.
Make the joke. I want to hear the joke.
At least his pee was clear, but... if he did pee.
No, he was dead. He didn't pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not a good joke.
It's a great joke. Another frat, they made a kid show his bare ass, and with expo markers, they drew on his bare ass and then stuck the expo marker into his ass.
I feel like this was really improv. This was like freestyle. This sounds really freestyle in my book.
I imagine it that they're all drunk as shit.
Hey, shove the expo marker up his ass, bro.
Yo, Sean.
Good idea.
Sean, bro. What, bro? Yo, Sean, get the expo marker. Yo, bro, yeah.
Dude, not the scented ones. Not the scented ones. Those are mine. Those are for coloring.
Those are for me later. Yo, shove it up his ass, Sean.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry to everyone named Sean out there. Now, these people forced their pledges to swallow whole livers.
What kind of livers? From what animal?
I don't know, but they were about
sus
the
already.
size of a club sandwich.
The size of a club. I don't even know what a club sandwich is. I don't know that. Oh, like a sub kind of.
Yeah.
That sounds like a human liver.
And they had to eat it like they'd wrap it in oil and just swallow it.
If this involves the black market, you went above and beyond for this kind of hazing, because the black market would have some human livers. But
yeah,
what the fuck
that's
did
where
you
they got
use? What did you use?
Now one kid, he couldn't swallow it. He kept trying. At one point, it got stuck.
Oh.
They tried to take him to the hospital, and after 2 hours of choking, he dies.
He choked for 2
hours long.
I can't imagine. Dude, I thought choking only lasts for 5 minutes. Otherwise, you're dead.
Nope. He had enough air in him to go.
Choke for 2 hours.
That dude should be a swimmer.
That's fucking traumatizing.
Well,
that's torture.
That
dude should be a swimmer.
Should have been a swimmer since he's dead now.
These fucking productive thoughts.
These other kids were forced to drink shots of salt water, and then they had to enter a kiddie pool that was full of condiments and vomit.
First of all, the amount of time that it would take to fill a kiddie pool up with condiments alone and then mix in your own vomit. You had to drink for the vomit to appear.
Yeah, whose vomit is this?
This sounds like a long process. So this sounds like a premeditated kind of hazing, which just makes me think you're a fucking weird frat.
Yeah, you're a weirdo. Not only did they have to swim in it,
How do you swim in that?
they had to eat an omelet made out of butt vomit.
2 feet. I heard butt vomit for a second.
Dude, I had some butt vomit this morning. Yo.
Fun fact, Jonas just ate 7 chicken sandwiches yesterday, as did I.
Sunday, new video coming out.
Alert.
Or not Sunday, Monday. And it's going to be chicken sandwiches. We're taste testing all of them. That shit made my ass cry. It was like water was coming out of my asshole, dude. And it was a 2-part shit.
It just happened today, but I blurred that memory out of my mind. I blocked that vision. I don't know what happened to me.
2-part.
It was 2 parts.
I had to go to the bathroom when I woke up, shat my brains out.
Take it from me and Jonas, don't eat 7 chicken sandwiches from 7 different places in the same day.
Then I had to go to work.
Then he had to go to work.
Right when I got to work, I went to the bathroom, shat my other brain out.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your shatness.
And that's all I got for frats.
All right. Well, for my next section, I went through Reddit and I looked up a bunch of submissions from doctors specifying their craziest DIY, do-it-yourself little treatment that you've seen a patient attempt. And for my first one, this doctor is an anesthesiologist who had a patient come in one time for an IND of a bilateral deltoid abscesses. I didn't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means.
The only thing I understood was of and deltoid.
Let's work this out. Let's figure this out right now.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, bilateral abscess. What?
An IND, I and D of a bilateral deltoid abscesses.
All right, first, let's say what's an IND. Let's try to figure that out.
IND, in and industrialization. I don't fucking know. I really don't know.
In and doubt.
In and doubt. In and doubt of a bilateral deltoid abscesses.
What? Your deltoid's in your legs, right?
No. Your deltoid's in your arm somewhere. It's like probably like this, right above your bicep.
And then an abscess is like a hole.
I don't know, actually.
So maybe
I know
they were filling up a hole in their arm.
They were filling up something.
If we're wrong, let us know. But that's what we're gonna go for.
I'm gonna let you know right now. They're filling up something because I know what the problem was. Apparently, this patient had thoughts of becoming a bodybuilder one day. Like he was like just starting out, and instead of like lifting weights, or working out, or just going to like a steroid dealer to get big, he thought he'd go to GNC and get protein powder. That sounds normal enough so far. But he thought to mix that protein powder with water.
Instead of milk?
Huh?
Instead of milk?
No, you can put it with water instead of milk. Yeah, it's not as good, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
that
taste,
sounds kind of nasty.
Yeah, it wouldn't taste as good. But some people put it with water. He mixed that with water and he fucking put it into a syringe.
And he injected it?
Yeah, so he put it into a syringe. So
Dumbass?
Dumbass. So he took that syringe and he injected it straight onto the muscle, into the deltoids, to make him swole, basically.
Dumb bitch.
In Jonas's words, dumb bitch. And I agree, because I think I looked up, like, you know that human Ken doll?
Mm-hmm.
That guy, he fucking injected his muscles onto himself. Like, he started...
Yeah, I mean, everything he has is plastic.
Yeah, he did not work for any of those features.
Yeah.
But this other guy, this patient, he injected protein powder mixed with water into his deltoids, into his muscles, straight into the muscles, and he got swole. Temporarily.
Then it created a hole.
That was the goal. It didn't create a hole. It was kind of worse. He grabbed the protein powder, mixed it up with the water. So far, so good. He put the syringe into himself, into the muscle. 20 to 40 cc's daily, every day. So I'm imagining this. He's just like fucking injecting thick chocolate milk inside of his fucking arms.
Don't call it thick chocolate milk.
That's what my protein powder that I have.
Thick chocolate water.
Yeah, it's not even milk, so it's even worse. Thick chocolate, water mixed with some kind of chocolate powder or vanilla powder, whatever. Straight into your arms, which got you swole temporarily due to maybe like water in your fucking arms.
Yeah, since
you probably don't look good.
He looks lumpy, like oatmeal.
That's what I would imagine. And he actually ended up looking swole, but he had to do that daily to keep that up.
So oh my gosh, imagine how much bad shit gets into your blood.
And that did happen. So he ended up getting swole for another reason. He ended up getting a localized infection.
Yeah.
In his deltoids.
I wouldn't imagine anything else.
Doctors had to get out almost a liter of just pus mixed with liquefied protein powder out of each deltoid. A liter each out of both arms.
Yum.
With pus. You know what? I'm thinking... I understand why some doctors and some like just physicians get paid as much as they do. They have to fucking retrieve a lot of pus out of people. Infections probably come in the masses, and just injecting pus out, or not injecting pus, just squeezing pus out of an area is probably just common.
Think about like all the people who work at like fast food and shit.
Yeah.
Who have to deal with these horrible ass people because they all think they're entitled. Imagine being a doctor, and having to deal with,
and you can't comment. You can't be like, "Yikes!"
Yeah, and you have to deal with these people who are entitled, but they're also sick.
Yeah, so you kind of have to show some sympathy.
No, and it also like sickness brings kind of the worst out in people sometimes. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing people at like their double worst.
Oh yeah, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the double worst. I would agree.
Yeah.
There's some attitude that comes from sickness. I get some attitudes a little bit when I'm sick.
Dude, I get attitude if I haven't eaten in a couple hours. Like, if I'm sick, I'm getting more.
I agree. But, yeah, so this guy had to get pus, basically, and chocolate, whatever it was, protein powder solution, out of his arms. But this wasn't the first time that he's been checked in for this problem. So, that's alarming. This is the second time, maybe the third time. I don't know. He's a repeat offender.
I hate him so much.
I'm going to move on to this user submitted question from Reddit from PsychNurse709. It's a whole quote. I'm going to read it. She says, in nursing school, while I was in a clinical rotation in urology, there was a man who ended up having his penis removed.
That can happen? What? You can just get it taken off?
No, it probably had to be taken off for a reason.
You could just live life without a dick?
Yeah, you can live life without a dick.
Where do you pee?
You probably have to pee.
Is there just like a hole there?
Yeah, probably through a tube. It's probably more complicated.
Why is the first thought that came into my mind from that, what happens if you finger the hole?
Because you're a sexual beast. I don't know what the fuck you thought. I've never even thought about that.
Yo,
didn't even think about that till now.
On TikTok, I saw a lady with no nose, and it was just like Voldemort-ass hole in her nose.
Voldemort asshole.
I want to stick my finger in her nose. I want to stick my finger in that hole right there. I'm
glad your extent is to the finger. But
your dick.
Moving on to Psych Nurse 709. This person, there was a man who ended up having his penis removed. But it turned out he had an infection that was brewing on the penis for quite a while, and he thought that the best course of action for himself was to place a sock over the penis in hopes that it would heal. So he was generally confused and upset as to why it didn't heal the issue, and it really reminded me of how I thought of things just growing up as a kid. As long as the problem's out of sight, it's out of mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was going for. He's like, oh, I can't see it. So.
Right, so I'm going to cover my dick up with a sock, and maybe the problem will go away.
Do you ever have, like, something wrong with your body, and you're just like, if it's still there in a month, I'll go to the doctor?
Maybe, yeah.
That's my mentality most of the time.
That's your mentality?
Yeah.
That was probably your mentality when you had to get your fucking tooth taken out.
It got to a point where it was just so bad that I needed to get it taken out.
But yeah, this guy has the same kind of thinking probably, but I think it had to do more with some Redditor who commented underneath this thread said, men will do their absolute most to not have to go to the doctors until they absolutely have to.
Yes,
right.
I agree, 100%.
Especially like for me, I mean, it was for somebody else, but I just copied his line of thinking. He's not going to go to the doctor until his penis is amiss. Something's gone wrong with his penis.
Here's the thing, though. I won't go to the doctor if there's something wrong with me. Yeah. But if there's something wrong with my dick, I'm going to the doctor.
That's exactly my philosophy.
Yeah, like anything below the belt, gotta get that checked.
Toxic masculinity, probably. I don't know what it is, but it's probably not good for us. We need to go to the doctors more often. Go to the doctors. If there's something wrong, something amiss, please go.
I will only go to the doctors for emergency. I'm bad. I'm so bad at going to the doctors.
Me too, dude. I'm really bad. I want to get better.
I've been needing to call back my eye people.
Your eye people?
For like a month now.
Your optometrist?
Yeah.
For doctors, do you plan on getting better though? Like,
yeah,
do you plan
I want
to be
to.
More vocal with.
So it was kind of one of my New Year's resolutions to get better at that.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done is got my tooth taken out.
No, but you're still growing. You're still a young man.
Yeah, it's still January.
You're still an adult man.
I'm healthy.
Fairly young.
I'm a man.
But that's also my goal as well. Just to be more vocal about, what's going wrong.
Yeah.
With me, what's wrong with my body, and you should follow in my path. I guess.
I'm just scared that if I go, they're gonna tell me I'm dying.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I don't want to know. Like, if I'm dying, I'd rather just die.
Yeah.
Which sounds dumb, but.
But you'd rather not know.
Yeah.
You don't anticipate any shit like that.
Yeah.
All right. So I was talking about how he put his sock on his dick to just get rid of the problem because it was out of sight, out of mind. And that's where I brought up the visual, basically, and why I brought up that one song that you caught me looking at earlier. So imagine it's the equivalent to just say you're driving on the freeway one day, and it's an open road, and then you start hearing your car making fucking garbage disposal noises, and what do? You fucking turn on the radio, and you just ignore the problem, and it's just like you just drive like that. And then once you hit a pothole, you drive the rest of the way home without music.
You're just ignoring the fucking problem.
Yeah. But that's basically what it is. Like, if you have alright, I read another thing that I'm not going to bring up in my research because I didn't write it down, but this thing involved a chicken bone in some guy's dick hole, I guess. His urethra. Mm-hmm. And he was in so much pain that he started getting holes in his dick or whatever.
A chicken bone?
Chicken bone.
How the fuck do you get a chicken bone in your dick?
I'm fucking saying, though. He got it in there, and he got infected, and he got holes or whatever, and pus and shit like that. And doctors have to deal with that shit.
I really want to know how the fuck he got a chicken bone in his dick.
And I'm not even going to say that's creative. That's just wacky.
That's the weirdest boner he's ever had.
How the fuck do you maintain one? But that's basically it for that one. And alright, for this next one, this one's like a fucking meme gone to life. So Wolfpack 1986 said, my coworker's patient with breast cancer made a 3-inch gas in her thigh and stuffed it with garbanzo beans. What? Because she read that it triggers the body's modes to fight the cancer. She was actively receiving chemotherapy at the time, so she didn't even disclose this information to the doctor. He just noticed as he was doing the exam that there was fucking garbanzo beans dislodged up in this lady's leg.
Yo, here's one thing I really gotta say.
So many fucking questions, but go ahead.
I'm bad at this too.
Yes.
But when something's wrong with you, get the fuck off Google. Just get the fuck off Google, please.
First of all, this cannot be on the first page or whatever you searched up. Garbanzo beans?
She's like on page 4.
Are you on 409 or something like that?
She's on Yahoo Answers.
Yeah, Sakura, some shit like Bing? Are you on Bing? Like, how the fuck did you read that? I didn't, no disrespect to Bing, but how did you fucking get to garbanzo beans in your thigh?
If you're going to try a surgical procedure, run it by your doctor.
Run it by your doctor. And first of all, this is breast cancer. She put it in her thigh.
What are you doing?
She cut her thigh open and put garbanzo beans up in that shit. What is your line of thinking? I'm trying to understand this.
She just read it. Also, what thread is this? I need to find it.
It was a fun thread. All right, for my next one, this one was submitted by Amongst the Expanse. So this person said, not a doctor, but an EMS. For a while, heroin had gotten really big in my city, and people were dropping like flies. Somehow, some way, a rumor had gotten passed around that inserting popsicles, like ice frozen popsicles, in their ass and people's rectums would bring them out of an overdose of heroin, basically. They had gotten this down to a science.
Yo, 1 second.
All right.
Imagine.
All right.
You're a police investigator.
That's what I'm fucking thinking of.
You walk into a house where you heard that there's a weird smell coming from it. You open the door.
What's the smell?
There's 4 people dead, overdosed on heroin, with popsicle sticks up their ass.
And that's where I'm going to continue, because they have gotten it down to a science where they would use like red and white and boom, like the fucking Fourth of July patriotic popsicles, and they would use that to match skin color with the death. For it's like if a person was blue physically, like with their skin, they would insert it up to the blue part of the popsicle. If they were red, they would insert it to the red part. If they were pale, they would insert it to the white part.
This is the shittiest science I've ever heard.
So for a solid 2 to 3 months, we'd find people out cold, pants around their ankles, and popsicles sticking outside of their bums. And that just brings up the point to which would be a funny situation for what you brought up. What cops would have to go through to find people stuck with like popsicles up their asses, dead probably.
But
in the middle of the
popsicles
street.
Would be melted too, so it'd just be the
So
sticks.
the stick,
with like the joke sticking out of the end of it.
because they come with jokes. But yeah, that's it. That's it for my little section for any kind of fucking what was that for heroin overdoses. Mm-hmm. To treat heroin overdoses, please don't stick any popsicles up your asses.
Just don't do heroin.
Exactly. Just to even not have to deal with this, don't go with heroin. Don't go with heroin.
All right, we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for listening
and watching, listening and watching, because we're on motherfucking YouTube.
Any kind of outlet, I appreciate any of that. You and you.
And you.
You probably don't know what I just did right now, but depending on what you listen to,
But yeah, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
If you wanna follow us,
oh yeah, reach out to our socials.
Higher EDU Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
All one word.
And if you want to email us, it's highereducationpodcast1@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. And if you want more of us, we have a YouTube channel called Texture Boy Studios.
Oh, yeah.
And we post content weekly.
Weekly, guys.
And you could check that out. Yeah. It will be somewhere. It'll probably be in the description of this video.
Yeah, so.
And then if you want more of me, I have a podcast with my friend Nathan. It's called Broken Lightbulb. You can check that out. We're on everywhere you can find a podcast.
Under Texture Boys as well.
Yeah, they're part of Texture Boys Studios.
Reach out to any of those outlets to just say whatever you want, whatever's on your mind.
Yeah, we're here for you. Follow everything. We just wanna be near you. Mm-hmm. We just wanna smell you. Yeah. We just wanna give you a little kiss. You see?
Incorporate some urine. You see?
We just wanna love you. You see? Well, thank you for watching, you see.
Until next time, until next Thursday, you see.
Hey, next Thursday, we'll see you soon, you see.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, you see. Mwah, you see.
Love you.
Love you, bye.